Hello, my fellow comic book collectors. It's Alan, the Comic Collector Geek, and this is the Sunday video where I look at the hottest Golden Age comics for the week. It should be a pretty interesting list. First one on the list is Menace number 4. It is from Atlas Comics, 1953. It is a Bill Everett cover with a cool monster. I actually like the monster on it. There's like this mad scientist, and he's talking to the nurse, and he's like, "I don't see any four-armed monster," and the monster is like showing just the 2 arms, but has 2 arms behind his back, with a knife and a gun. It's just really cool. Monsters being a little bit mischievous, I think. It was a 2.5 that sold, and it sold for $199. Now that's actually up. The previous record for this book was set back in August of 2023 for $149. So it's up $50. Not a bad sale. There are 24 of these on the census, and 22 of them are Universal Blue Labels. Number 9 on the list is Animal Comics number 1. This is from Dell, 1941. It's a Walt Kelly cover, and it's actually the first appearance of Pogo Possum. Pogo was a pretty popular kids character, like a children's character, and this is his first appearance. So pretty cool book. This was a 4.0 that sold, and it sold for $384. Now that's actually way down. Somebody got a really good steal on this one because this was an auction on eBay, and the previous record for this book was set back in July of 2024 for $575. So almost like 50% off the price. Just a really weak sale for a pretty key book. There's only 28 of these on the census, and 26 of them are Universal Blue Labels. Number 8 on the list is Crime Suspense Stories number 14. This is from EC Comics, 1953. It's a Johnny Craig cover, and it features actually an ad for Mad Magazine number 1. And it's kind of a funny cover because you got the situation where the husband, I believe it's the husband, is killing the wife with an Oscar. So the Oscar goes to the wife, I guess. And in comes somebody probably that's going to rob the house, and the robber is witnessing a potential murder. So just an interesting dynamic there. Just a cool cover. This was a 5.5 that sold, and it sold for $550. Now that's way up actually from the previous record, which was set back in August of this year, so just a month ago, for $360. So it's up $200 from like a month ago. So big sale. There are 126 of these on the census, and 117 of them are Universal Blue Labels. Number 7 on the list is Planet Comics number 65. This is from Fiction House, 1951. It's a Joe Doolin cover, and it's a great cover. It's got headlights, it's got bondage, it's got a space sled. These Planet comics are pretty cool for the most part. They just lots of good girl sci-fi kind of covers, just awesome stuff. This was a 4.0 that sold, and it sold for $629, which is down. This one hasn't really been performing that well. Back in August of 2021, this book had gotten a record sale of $720. Since then, it's been sort of on a downward track. Like the last sale, like in May of this year, or actually April of this year, so April of 2024, it sold for $538. So it was down in April by $200. Now it's recovered $100. It's kind of in between the record and the previous sale. It's a shame because this is one of the more pretty covers for Planet Comics. There's 109 of these on the census, and 105 of them are Universal Blue Labels. Number 6 on the list is Torchy number 5. This is from Quality Comics, 1950. It features the artwork of Bill Ward, who is actually the creator of Torchy. Now, it's one of the few within the run, it's only a 6-issue run, that features Bill Ward's art. Most were done by Gil Fox, but this is one of the few that was done by Bill Ward. And it's a great cover. It's masquerade kind of cover with lingerie panels inside. So a little bit of a bonus inside. This was a 4.5 that sold, and it sold for $650. The previous record for this book was set back in February of 2021 for $395. So it's up about 50, maybe almost 60% from that prior record. Very strong sale for this book. There are 39 of these on the census, and 38 of them are Universal Blue Labels. Number 5 on the list is Flash Comics number 37. This is from DC Comics 1943. It's a Sheldon Moldoff cover, and it features a really great cover. Actually, probably my favorite Hawkman cover, actually. It has Hawkman and Hawkgirl. I just like the way it presents, and they have all these hawks flying around them. I just think it's a cool cover. It's one that I'd love to own, actually. This was a 3.5 that sold, and it sold for $725. This is the only sale in this grade, but it's actually a very strong sale, because if we compare it to the 4.0 that sold, there was a sale for a 4.0 in August of 2022 for $660. So this is up over that 4.0 sale. So a very strong sale for a 3.5. There's only 33 of these on the census, and 28 of them are Universal Blue Labels. Number 4 on the list is Wonder Woman number 41. This is from DC Comics 1950. It's Erwin Hassan and Bernard Sachs cover. And it features Wonder Woman as a private investigator, which is interesting. Private detective, I should say. This was a 8.0 that sold, and it sold for $850, which was actually a best offer. Originally, it was priced over $1,000, but they or actually just under $1,000. I think it was $999, and they took a best offer of $850. So the previous record for this book was actually set back in 2014 for the exact same book. The exact same book. Like, I checked the codes from CGC. It was the exact same book, sold in 2014 for $1,016. So it's actually down from the 2014 sale. And actually, there was a more recent sale in April of 2021 for the exact same book again. And it sold for $990. So this book has been consistently going down. I'm not sure why. Maybe whoever buys it, they can't resell it for as much as what they bought it for. Just constantly going down. So I'm not sure what the correction is that's going on there, but it isn't performing that well. There are only 28 of these on the census, and 27 of them are Universal Blue Labels. Number 3 on the list is Speed Comics number 34. This is from Harvey, 1944. It features the artwork of Alex Schomburg, and it's really cool. It's a Nazi cover. You got the black cat there. You got these boy characters. You got some other cool superheroes, all fighting the Nazis. It's a pretty cool cover. This was a 4.0 that sold. And it sold for $1,056, which is way up. The previous record for this book was set back in December of 2017 for $600. So it's up quite significantly from that 2017 sale. So good sale. There are 22 of these on the census, and 20 of them are Universal Blue Labels. Number 2 on the list is another Menace comic. This is Menace number 5. This is from Atlas Comics, 1953. It's another Bill Everett cover, and it features the first appearance of Zombie. Now, not the zombie as a Walking Dead, it is that, but it's not the first zombie appearance ever in a comic. It's actually the character named Zombie. And later, in the 1970s, They actually came out with a magazine titled Zombie. So Tales of the Zombie, I think, or Tales from the Zombie, which was an ongoing series that featured this character. So this is that character's first appearance. Very cool book for Marvel pre-code, not pre-code, well, it is Marvel pre-code horror, but Marvel collectors, because this became sort of a Bronze Age Marvel character. This was a 3.5 that sold, and it sold for $1,551.83. We'll round that to $1,552. But this was sold at auction on eBay as well, and it was a strong sale because the previous record for this book was set back in September of 2019 for $1,275. So it's up about $300 from that prior record. This book has 77 on the census, and 70 of them are Universal Blue Labels. Number 1 on the list is War Against Crime. I think 17. I didn't write the number down. This is EC Comics 1950. It's a Johnny Craig cover, and it's actually the first EC horror cover. There's actually, it's kind of mistaken that is the case, but there was actually an earlier one that is kind of EC horror one, which is Land of the Lost. Has a skeleton on it, which is semi-horror, but this is the first true full horror cover for EC Comics. It's also the second appearance of the Vault Keeper, and it's actually the last issue before it becomes Vault of Horror. So this is where they're going to change the name to Vault of Horror. This was a 3.0 that sold, and it sold for $1,799.95 best offer. So I actually don't know what the price was on this one. I believe it's over 1,000, which would make it a pretty strong sale, but I cannot find what this sold for. I checked on GPA, I checked on Go Collect, and it didn't show what the best offer that was taken. But I know it's a strong sale because the previous record for this book was set back in November of 2021 for $650. That was the previous record. So it's either double, maybe even triple what that previous record was. So very strong sale for this book. Very important EC book, though. Like a cool cover. I always like these. I liked mummy movies when I was watching a lot of early horror stuff. And this has that classic thing where don't disturb the mummy's coffin, and they obviously are going to disturb the mummy's coffin. So it's just a really cool book, and a very big key for EC horror collectors. This book really set EC on that path to be a horror title, horror publication, I should say, because they started changing all their titles to horror titles. So just a really cool one. There are 74 of these on the census, and 70 of them are Universal Blue Labels. Now, if you like this content, I have to ask a favor of you. There, in the comments, in the description of this video, you'll see a link where you can vote for this channel on the CBC Awards. And just go there. You can vote for this channel 3 times, actually. One for these these spec videos where I basically talk about the hottest golden age. Nobody else is talking about the hottest golden age. It's just this channel. So hopefully, you like this content enough, then you will vote for me for that. Also, I'm up for nomination for best unboxing videos. If you haven't watched my unboxing videos, please do, because I show some pretty cool stuff. And then the third thing I'm up for is the Monday special that I do with Steven. And it's a really great live stream where we show some pretty great books. So please vote for those 3 categories for me, and check out the other channels as well that are nominated, because they're really great. So definitely I'm asking for your help. So thanks again. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks again. Bye.